What is the universe made of? Atoms, right? Protons, neutrons, electrons, basic science. Heck, even our last video said so. Right? Well, turns out, nope. Not really. We've barely scratched the surface. And honestly, we have no idea. The particles we know and love. Everything you've ever touched, eaten, or yelled at in traffic is made of atoms. But plot twist, those atoms make up only about 5% of the universe. That's right, 5%. As in, basically nothing. Like the cilantro in a Costco salad. The rest? We're calling them dark matter and dark energy because scientists are great at naming things when we don't know what they are. To be precise, 68% of the universe is dark energy, 27% is dark matter, and the leftover 5%, the stuff we actually understand, is the so-called normal matter. At this point, it's not even fair to call them normal. They're the cosmic underdogs, the weirdos, the minority. So, what is dark matter? Well, all we know is that it's dark, and it's matter. You can't see it, you can't touch it, hence dark. It has mass, hence matter. And that's pretty much the naming ceremony right there. But if we can't see or touch it, how do we know it exists? Enter gravitational effects. Galaxies spin way too fast to be held together by just the visible stuff. It's like watching a merry-go-round on turbo mode, and somehow all the horses are still hanging on. Here's the basic physics. All masses attract each other through gravity. So, scientists calculated the visible mass in galaxies and realized, wait, that's not nearly enough to keep everything from flying apart. Something invisible has to be adding extra gravity. That something is what we're calling dark matter. Spooky? A little. And then there's galaxy collisions. When two galaxies smash into each other, the stars mostly pass through because space is mostly, space. But the surrounding gas and dust interact and slow down, while weird gravitational clusters show up on the sides. Those clusters? Best explained by invisible dark matter passing straight through. Another clue? Gravitational lensing. That's when a huge mass distorts space-time, like a funhouse mirror, and bends the light coming from galaxies behind it. So when we observe multiple images of the same galaxy in the night sky from Earth, it's not a glitch. It's because something massive and invisible is bending the path of light on its way to us. Yep, dark matter again. So, where is it? Dark matter is believed to exist throughout the universe, especially in halos around galaxies and clusters. And it could be right here, all around us, silently ignoring our existence, like a cat. Could it be WIMPs, axions, aliens? Top suspects? WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles, not to be confused with actual WIMPs who would not survive space. Then we have axions, sterile neutrinos, and other hypothetical particles that sound like rejected Pokemon evolutions. And no, it's probably not alien. But let's be real, at this point, we'd love it if it were aliens. We've tried massive underground detectors, space telescopes, even tanks full of liquid xenon, which, by the way, is just as sci-fi as it sounds. Still, nada. Zero particles, zero closure. Here's a quick breakdown of what we know and don't about dark matter. So what we know, it has mass, it exerts gravity, it doesn't reflect, emit, or absorb light. It doesn't interact with electromagnetism or nuclear forces. It's found around galaxies, galaxy clusters, and possibly near us. What we don't know, what kind of particle it is, or if it's even one type, whether it interacts with normal matter through anything other than gravity. Literally everything else. Now let's talk about dark energy. What is dark energy? Dark energy is like the universe's passive-aggressive way of ghosting itself. Not only is the universe expanding, it's expanding faster and faster. Like it suddenly remembered it had somewhere to be and bolted out the door. That mysterious force causing this acceleration? That's dark energy. It accounts for a whopping 68% of the universe, which means it's doing the most while telling us the least. The idea is, space itself is expanding. New space is being created between galaxies and something is pushing everything outward to make that happen. We don't know what it is, so we gave it a name, dark energy. Very ominous, very mysterious, very on brand. Why this matters. Add it all up, and 95% of the universe is made of stuff we can't name, see, or explain. Which is kind of a big deal. Understanding dark matter and dark energy isn't just for bragging rights. It's about figuring out how the universe works, and by extension, how we work. So yeah, turns out we don't know what the universe is made of, but we do know we don't know. And that's kind of the whole point of science. Ask smart questions, admit what you don't know, and try not to panic. Also, maybe build a few more billion-dollar detectors. just in case. Smash that subscribe button if you like your science with equal parts mystery, humor, and existential confusion. And check out We Have No Idea by Jorge Cham and Daniel Whiteson. It's hilarious, insightful, and packed with things no one understands, including us. Stay tuned for the next video, Dark Energy, Part 2.